What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Rimworld. I've been looking forward to playing this week, man. It's been kind of a long week with Thanksgiving break coming up for me and the majority of other people out there in the world. And this episode too, there might be some interruptions here and there because I'm expecting some deliveries to my house. I've got about like I don't I don't know how this is going to come across, so kind of bear with me, okay? But I've got like a little over $1,000 worth of stuff heading my way right now as I speak, and I even took a half day today, coming home after noon to make sure that I was here while it was delivered. And it's not really anything super significant in terms of like what it is. It's just the number of stuff that I ordered because I ordered I ordered like I ordered a dehydration uh, or dehydrator. How do you pronounce those things? I don't know what they are, but you can make beef jerky with them. Okay, so I ordered one of those. Ordered a thing to make coffee with. Ordered shit. Let me see here. I'll just get my order up. Kind of give you an idea of the stuff that I bought here. I don't normally do this too, man, but I've really needed some stuff for a while. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that I've needed stuff for a while because a lot of the stuff that I bought wasn't really stuff that I actually needed. Just kind of stuff that I wanted. I figured with the holidays and everything, I was gonna say screw it and just treat myself. But I bought I bought a bunch of stuff to kind of get into soldering because I'm wanting to try to find ways to make my own headphones because I get tired of the ones always breaking. The cheap ones that are wired that you wear to the gym and stuff. So I bought a bunch of stuff for that to try to get into that. I bought a barcode scanner. just it's just crazy shit. A barcode scanner, a credit or a swipe card editor and reader. And no, I'm not getting involved in crime or anything. I'm one of those kinds of guys that likes to know how these things work. And believe it or not, at my work, we've actually been involved in some of that kind of stuff. And I always kind of thought it'd be kind of cool to have things around the house that I could have my own card with. I don't know, man. As an example, if there's any IoT devices or something, hypothetically speaking, maybe I could make some sort of card thing that swipes it and automatically makes, like, I don't know, a cup of coffee or something a certain way. But the big reason for that is just to learn how it's done, just to get my mind wrapped around how some of that crap is done and how it works and stuff. But I bought some of that kind of stuff. I bought some stuff for my washer because I've that stupid, or actually my dryer, because the stupid switch that is supposed to activate whenever you close the dryer door, that thing on my dryer is beginning to go out, and I've said fuck it, let's get a replacement. I've replaced that thing a couple times, so it's not really surprising that it's breaking, because what will happen sometimes is I'll close the damn thing and the thing won't start until I kind of mess around with the door a couple times, and then it'll start right up. So that tells me that that stupid switch is going out, and it's not surprising that it's breaking because it's all plastic. Of course, everything's freaking plastic anymore. But I got that. I got a automotive polishing pad kit. It's got like 44 pieces and stuff. A paint thickness gauge, because you're not really supposed to polish your automotive paint until you know for a fact that it's at least three. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 3 millimeters thick or something like that, minimum. Because otherwise, if you if you try to polish and cut and stuff, anything that's less than that, you run the risk of needing to repaint your damn car. So I don't want to do that, obviously. But I got a paint thickness gauge, some shorts, a wine and mead brewing kit, because I want to try to get into some of that kind of stuff. Got a really nice fancy knife sharpening stone kit. um, One of those Bissell spot cleans that does stuff with like carpet stains and things like that. It like provides steam cleaning. I saw it on a Chris Fix episode. I thought it'd be really nice to have around the house as well as for things whenever I'm cleaning my car or my truck. But yeah, the dehydrator I bought, I'm looking forward to that because I was actually going to try to make some of my own beef jerky. A couple shirts, Klein Tools circuit breaker finder. It's kind of a neat little tool where you plug in a little like uh, paired device into one of your wall sockets, and then you go down to your breaker panel and you zap the breaker panel across the various breakers until it lights up, and then that basically tells you what circuit that plugs on. And I got some like adapters to basically adapt it to other like hot wires and stuff like that, or at least they're not supposed to be hot, but you know what I'm saying. But I got some tools too. Got a hand planer, fancy little measuring tape, a corded DeWalt drill because the the one that I did have, it was an old uh, trying to think what brand it was. Oh, it was an old Craftsman. It was an old Craftsman corded drill. That thing went out on me, so I wanted to make sure that I had at least one corded drill because the other drills that I have out in my garage they're wireless, or battery powered. It's always good to have like a backup wired one. I got that stuff that kind of. I also bought some stuff that you use for brewing or making mead and wine. I got a vacuum sealer machine for kitchen like food and stuff when you want to vacuum seal it. I actually got a sewing machine too because I sometimes sew little holes and stuff in my clothes, which kind of reminds me. Just this morning at work, I kid you not, this morning at work, I went to go use the men's room, and as I was doing my business, I saw that I actually had a hole in my crotch of my pants that I wear at work. Thankfully, it wasn't really that bad of a hole, but I felt vindicated for buying the stupid sewing machine that I bought. Uh, so yeah, I'm kind of happy about that thing. I bought a thing for my garage air compressor that creates vacuum instead of blowing out air. It creates vacuum. It's kind of like a little adapter thing. But that's for the most part, man. That's basically it. But all of that crap, man. It's like I said, it's over $1,000, and needless to say, I don't want to like be at work. Oh, and by the way, I also bought an electric hand planer. But I don't want to be at work whenever this kind of stuff is getting delivered. And I had to stay at work yesterday while my uh, ham radio station device was being delivered with a bunch of fancy antenna stuff, and I was a nervous wreck because I was thinking the worst. But I got home though, and everything was there. So it's been kind of a interesting month because I don't normally do stuff like this, where I go on like an Amazon shopping spree, but I've got a couple more things that I'm going to do like this between now and the next month or two because I'm planning on getting a TIG welder, a plasma torch, um, what's referred to as a cold saw, which basically means that you can cut metal um, in certain ways, and it's supposed to be a much better way to basically, cut things. And I'm thinking about getting a mag drill, but needless to say, the point here is that I don't normally do this, and I don't want it to seem like I'm some sort of dude that's always like blowing his money or something, because I'm actually kind of a tightwad whenever it comes to money. But this year though, it's there's been some things that have gone on in my life, and I've wound up with some money, and needless to say, I decided to go ahead and treat myself for a change. So anyway, that's basically what I'm up to. But the reason I was bringing all this up to begin with is because there might be some interruptions during this recording because I'm expecting some deliveries soon. And if I wind up having a delivery while I'm doing this, I'll just kind of try to find a spot to either pause it or let it play on the slow setting and just kind of go from there. All right, guys. Well, anyway, Rimworld. Let's do this. Now where we left off, That last episode of this sucked, man. It's just problem after problem, it seemed. But I think for the most part, it basically ended okay. But now that we're back, though, we're gonna keep trying to focus on this segment now, and then as soon as we get done with that, we're gonna move on up to here. Now we're almost at a point where this is gone. Now the only reason this is still here is just because the guys haven't deconstructed everything yet. But we're at a point functionally where we can get rid of it now. And once that's done, we'll finish off the wall, um, get the floor and stuff like that up, and try to figure something out with this. Still don't really know what the hell I'm going to do with this, but I think we'll figure something out. It might wind up being that we'll do something with this once we relocate the living spaces out into here. I think it's going to be a while though before some of this stuff is done. So that was not link. I didn't realize that. Super happy though that Thanksgiving is or Thanksgiving break is finally happening. It's like, man, I needed a break from work. Jeez. Fucking place is a circus sometimes. See, the thing about my life is that whenever I'm not at work, that means I'm usually at home worrying about something. So I guess that's what happens when you get old, man. Like today, I was X. What's her issue? We've got to put mags in one of the biosculptor things. Anyway, I was leaving work today because, like I said, I did a half day today for some of the deliveries and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, man, today's gonna be a good day because finally getting on Thanksgiving break and got a minor upgrade to do tomorrow morning. But then after that, it's home free. And as I was walking out to my car, I noticed that one of my stupid little plastic insert things that I tried to refasten a couple years ago with double-sided tape was beginning to come off on the hood. And it's not that big of a deal, but it's like whenever you're like on the verge of having a vacation and something like that comes up, something that you don't want to mess with, something, that you just don't want to have to worry about. It seems like that's been my life for the past like 5 to 10 years. And I mean, it's a very, very minor thing because, all I got to do is just basically pull because to give you some context here, my hood, okay, so I've got a little bit of a convertible. It's like a two-seater convertible. It's a pretty cool little car, man. It's been paid off for years, so I mean, it's getting old, and I worry a lot about it because I'm always worried about replacement parts and things. Because the older the car gets, the harder and harder it gets to find replacement parts. And um, we need to put Abby in a room here. Um, she is okay. So the older a car gets, the more difficult it becomes to find replacement parts. Well, whenever something happens to my car or my truck, the car is a 2008, the truck's a 2006. I I feel massive anxiety, and I can't say that anything bad's happened to them lately because they've actually, despite the fact that they both have character, meaning they sometimes make little noises or do little things every once in a while that gets you a little anxious. Overall, they actually run really well. They both run like sewing machines. None of them have any kinds of check engine lights flaring up or any kind of problems. But the older the car or truck gets, the more likely you're going to wind up hearing little things that wind up getting you a little nervous every once in a while. Well, with the car, um, one thing that can be sometimes a little problematic is replacement panel parts. And I mean, there's a few aftermarket suppliers here and there that provide some stuff that you absolutely have to have. So it's not really a super major worry right now. But it's just like with this hood that I've got on it. It's got these two little inlet things that are made of plastic, and they're basically supposed to look like hood vents. And I mean, they look nice and stuff, but the problem about these parts though is that they have the tendency of coming undone every once in a while. And again, it's just cheap plastic crap, man. It's prolific in today's automotive industry anymore that they're always trying to use plastic because plastic saves money. So whenever those things come up, the ongoing procedure is to basically use double-sided tape, and it can't just be any old type of double-sided tape, and it takes a pretty good amount of surface prep to make sure that the surface is clean enough so that the adhesive adheres well to the surface. Well, the thing with my vent that this thing's happening to is that it's been treated a couple times, and usually the treatment using the specific double-sided tape and wiping everything down with alcohol before fastening it down. Despite doing that now a couple times, the stupid thing always comes up, man. It doesn't matter how much prep you do or whatever it is that you try to do to make it better this next time around. It always comes up. There was one year when I even used JB Weld to fasten this fucking shit, and that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life because whenever it finally came back up, which it did, of course, it left behind a bunch of JB Weld shit that I had to basically take a Dremel to try to get off so that I could re-prep it and then refasten it with double-sided tape again. And that caused a little bit of problems that I had to repaint, and again, as far as the bigger scheme of things, it's all minor stuff. It's whoop-de fucking do, right? It's just a stupid little thing that I'll have to refasten again with double-sided tape and maybe get a couple more years out of it and then just redo it again. But it's just little stuff like that. It's like, why would you use plastic bullshit like that instead of using just a I don't know, man, maybe like a single two pieces of either stainless steel or aluminum, preferably aluminum, and then bolt it down um, on the hood, because then you would be saving your customers all sorts of headaches and everything instead of screwing around with this plastic crap. And I always worry that sometime if I wind up pulling on that thing the wrong way whenever I'm refastening it with the double-sided thing, I'm I always get a little paranoid to pull it the right way, because if I pull it the wrong way, then it could potentially snap the stupid plastic thing. It's just headache after headache sometimes with little things like that. And I won't even get into the big stuff that really keeps me up at night, like, changing water pumps with this make and model of car that I have, which turns out to be sometimes about a 2 or 2.5 grand job that not everybody even knows how to do. I don't know, man. I worry a lot about this kind of stuff, and I know it's stupid too, because I've got plenty of money now to take care of this kind of crap whenever it comes up. I mean, if I wanted to, I could go out right now and buy myself a new car if I needed to, or a new truck. Both, actually. So I know that I'm fortunate in many ways, but whenever you're in the thick of everything and you don't really have any kind of support network, kind of give you a little bit of slack on stuff. And by support network, I'm not necessarily talking about either friends or family stuff. I'm talking about like support network in the sense that you're an American citizen who doesn't have to worry anymore about whether or not you're going to have access to replacement parts of some kind. Because right now this country is really struggling with that type of stuff. They don't have enough aftermarket suppliers to provide aftermarket parts supply for things like replacement parts. And the big manufacturers are doing everything they can to attrition people into new vehicles, so therefore they're not going to wind up going out of their way to provide replacement parts any more than what they used to either. In fact, I think every year they try to reduce it a little more each year so that they can artificially conflate their numbers for return on investment of their new makes and models. But this is the kind of crap that keeps me up at night, man. And I'm not under the delusion that anybody in a White House, whether it be a left or a right person, is going to come in and fix that type of shit. But I don't know what the solution is, because nobody really seems to be getting ahead of any of it. But I mean, it can always be worse, right? You can have no car or no truck, or it can always be worse. But my mom always used to say that I was a worrywart, and the older I've gotten, the more convinced I am that she was right. But there's, like I said earlier, there's justifications. So it's not that I'm just a worried war. It's just that there's actually reasons to worry about stuff. Anyway, sorry guys, I didn't mean to get on a tangent there. I really want to get this done quickly, as quick as possible, because I really, really want to start getting these slug turret things built so that I can start heading in the direction of having my own mechs. It would just make everything so much better, I think. I'm beginning to wonder if I need to put one of those orbital trade beacons in one of these rooms. I've got the space for it. The only reason I would do it is because we're just running out of space. came close to playing Jagged Alliance, but I'm still kind of pissed off from last night. Boy, that was something, man. Having two of my, like, veteran mercenary dudes who have military backgrounds both being killed at the same time in the same spot by probably what was the same snake. I'm sorry, man, but there's only so much I can put up with. That's Jackie. So I want to try something here. I want to see if I can have her go here on her own, and then once she breaches this bed, that'll be the point in which I'll have everybody gather for the birth. The reason I'm emphasizing how I'm doing this is to show that the objective out of that is to reduce the amount of time that they're screwing around, walking around and stuff. Because I did that last time and it didn't really go over very well. So where is she? Keep an eye on her because she might need to be rescued at some point. Looks like I may have screwed myself over. Because now I can't select her to have everyone gather for the birth. Visit sick people. Doesn't make sense. There's nothing on here about, you know, childbirth or anything, so I don't really know. I don't know what to do. Because this is kind of what happened last time. And whenever I click on Alo, who is our doctor basically, and then right click on her, there's nothing that I can do. Unless there's something here. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. Maybe that might be right. No, I've got him selected. Turn this back on. The reason I had all of these deselected is because last time there was an issue where I was trying to perform an operation on someone or something. I can't remember what it was. It might have been an animal. And the wrong people kept wanting to try to take it on. And I only try to use either Ayla or Wuot for doctoring stuff. Or doctoring people and things. Okay, let's see now if we can have... Shit. Looks like it's healthy at least. So this is Jackie and they. Baby. So it's a little boy. Or no, it's a girl. Alex. Ola. Alex Ola Espinoza. Ola? What do you think? Ola? Sure, why not? Okay, so little Ola needs to be placed in Jackie and Espinoza's room. So let's figure out where they are. There we are. Little Ola. There's that. Oh shit. God damn it. This isn't gonna be good. That was close. Kind of looking out there. Lost a little horsey. Okay, that's not good. Rimworld, yes. 22, yes. Good deal. field hand. This mechanical hand replacement is made to speed up the sowing and harvesting tasks of a farmer. Multiple telescoping finger-like protrusions can simultaneously harvest from several points on the same plant, precisely so, several holes at once. It also has a general-purpose manipulator. It's somewhat ungangly, which slows down movement slightly. Huh. Well, I was hoping for a Pollux tree, but it doesn't look like I'm going to wind up having one of those this time. Good news, though, is that we're going to wind up getting rid of a lot of envelopes, which we need to kind of do. Got a lot of them. Mystery Yak. Let's see, Mystery Yak. close call. Sort of. These goddamn fires, man. So where on top of this is over here. Weapon is, but just give her something. This is build your table. Build your table. Here's the mega screen. Exactly sure what kind of fur to use. Let's see what do we have over here. We've got, I think that's just cloth. Panthera with skin. Camel fur. I suppose we should probably use blue fur because that's the one that we're going to have the most of, I believe. That's what we'll do. Too shabby. Leave it at that for now. Thankfully it's raining, which means that fire shouldn't spread. I've said it before, but I'll keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. At some point, I'm going to wind up redoing this fence, making it out of slate or something like that. Down with the friggin' fires. Jesus. Man, I hate it when they do that. Just fix it real quick. Jesus. They do that all the time, man. They'll, like, lay stuff down, I guess, and, like, like she just did. She built everything up to the one remaining thing that needed to be done for it to have power. Why do they do that all the time? They're hurting on steel. I'm hoping that means that they'll stop trying to provide teaching lessons and stuff. Because I want these two to focus completely on mining. Because we really, really need steel. So where is he going? Let's go to this one. Okay, good. Rachel. Meanwhile, God damn it, that's you motherfuckers. Guess what's burning up? Damn it. This flat out pisses me off. Oh, jeez. Man. Does she have a... Yes, she does. And... looks like they both do. Okay. And, well, hold on a second. Savannah and Mip. Savannah. Yes. Both. As quick as you can. Drafts. I think it might be okay. That was close. Access layer. Jesus, man. Sellers. Or do it. Do that. Remember, it was Mags and Mip. Mags. Or Savannah. Savannah. That's right. Those are donkulous. Hey. What the hell? What are you doing? can do it! Up his head out! Come on. Just about there. Alright. So that's... Let's see here. Nags and cats. It's a little boy. Dumbo. Davy. Davy. Mullins. Victor Mullins. Whoa. I guess I'm okay with that. So it's Magses and Ketzes. So let's figure out where they are. Here. Art. Wait, what? Huh. That's the first time I've seen that. I didn't realize that they, like... I don't... Oh, that's kind of interesting. Okay, well... There's that. Now, Mags... Can't tell where to go get that yet. Got quite the little colony going here, man. You know, one thing I wish you could do is... one thing I wish you could do is assign ownership of certain things, like this gun, for example. That'd be kind of cool to be able to say that this is Mags's or something like that, you know? Pate. Actually, you know what? I think I do want to actually have that. There we go. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's just do this. That way, if there's ever a fire, these things should be okay. Hopefully. Day. Oh, got a delivery. Hold on just a second. Whew. Got about 5 boxes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and save it here. Um, let's see here. Do I have it paused? Yeah. I'm going to save it here, but I'll probably upload another episode later today. So anyway, hope you had fun watching this. I've got to go play with my toys, man. I'll be back in a few. Save it. I will see you in a bit. Later.